to my channel. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my personal night shift essentials. I do work night shift. I work shift work, so I've been working for about 2 years already, and it is still hard. It's still hard for me to switch back from like day shift to night shift to evening shift, and I've kind of compiled a few little things here and there that I like to have, like to make sure to do, and just overall tips for you guys if you are in the same boat, if you guys are going to start doing night shifts. This is basically in no particular order. I kind of just wrote down everything that I could think of that I make sure I do or make sure I have, so hopefully you guys will find this information valuable. So the first point that I have, which I could argue is probably one of the most important things to have, is very good, and I stress this, very good blackout curtains or blinds. Biologically speaking, your body naturally wakes up to light. That's just how you are supposed to wake up. That's what is most healthiest for you and what biologically makes sense. You naturally wake up as soon as the sun kind of rises, you know, and your body produces this type of chemical to wake you up naturally, and you're supposed to wake up nice and refreshed. Let me tell you, night shift is hell for your body and your sleeping schedule. I'm sure you don't even have to work night shift to know that. So having a good set of blackout curtains is really important. If you don't or can't have access to good blackout curtains for whatever reason, if you can't find you know, one that fits your window or whatever. I used to literally use cardboard. So I would find cardboard kind of big enough, or find a, like, I would makeshift it to fit my window, and I would literally stack like multiple pillows. I don't even know how this was possible, but I would stack multiple pillows and then close my curtains and then put like my mirror, my like floor length mirror over top so that it wouldn't all come like crumbling down. And that was very makeshift, very ratchet, but it did the job. I think that's like rule number one. That's like night shift 101, you know, you just need darkness. I remember when I was starting to work night shift and I just could not sleep because I didn't have the right materials to block out the light in my room. I opted to sleep in the basement, which does have like little tinier windows, but still, like, nobody likes to sleep in the basement. That's where the demons are, you know? So my next tip is to have really good earplugs. Now I'm down to my last 3 for whatever reason. This comes with 4 pairs and I don't even know the brand. I just keep it in the drawer in my bedside table. I have used these. I do reuse them because, you know, I'm the only one using them, and I do clean them, so personally it's fine. If you want to throw them out, throw them out. So I feel like these ones will probably work if you have just like, I don't know, normal sized ears. I have smaller ears, so these still do work for me, but I do find that they can and will come out after a few hours of using them if I'm tossing and turning, because my ears are kind of small. If you can find ones that fit your ear perfectly, you might have to buy a few and test them out. And for a tip, because I had no idea how to properly put in earplugs, I will teach you very quickly. So you want to like rub them in between your hands. I don't know, like make them as small as possible and like rub them in between your fingers, super tiny like that. And then once it's in like that, you put it in your ear, you let it expand, and hold your ear like this until it expands. And then once it expands all the way, you're good to go, and you can kind of just leave them, and you shouldn't be able to hear anything after that. Okay, so my next tip I have recently started doing because I just came off of my night shifts. I find that this was the missing piece to my puzzle. So what I'm talking about is a fan. An electric fan, great for 2 things. It's great for making you cold as hell. It makes the room cold, which I like, love that. And it is good for white noise. So I know I did say put your earplugs in. I mean, your earplugs won't make it so that you can't hear literally 0 things, but it makes it so you can't hear your family downstairs talking, or it makes it so that you don't hear the kids outside screaming, you know? But it does give, like, you are able to hear little hums and stuff like that, so having the fan running and like kind of having that little hum to drown out any other noise that could possibly wake you up in while you're sleeping is really, really nice. So I loved that, and I'm gonna continue to do that. But in the daytime when you're supposed to be sleeping, your room will get hotter because the sun is beaming down into your room, especially if you have windows, which I'm pretty sure you should be having windows. But just the general temperature of the day is warmer than it is at night. So you're gonna be warmer, and that's what I always get. Like, I always get hot flashes when I sleep after my night shift because it's getting warmer in the day. The next tip that I have, use with your own discretion. You know, I was gonna say I'm not a medical professional, but I am a medical professional. I'm not a doctor, I am not a pharmacist, I can't give you recommendations on medications and stuff like that, but what I personally use to fall asleep, so I don't like to do this too often because I don't really like to take stuff or whatever, but what I like to do is I like to take a Gravel before I go to sleep. So if I'm working 2 night shifts, for example, I will take a Gravel when I get home right before I go to bed on the first night shift, but I won't take it on the second night shift because on the last night shift I always have to wake up a lot earlier so I can fix my sleeping schedule. But use it to your own discretion because you know, you don't want to use stuff to fall asleep, but I find that I never ever get any sleep on the first night that I work because it's just like a shock to your body. So having that extra like sedative really helps. And I know, before you jump in the comments, I know Gravel is not meant to sleep, so I'm not gonna recommend that you take Gravel. Gravel will make some people drowsy. It makes me drowsy, so that's why I take it. I take it for the side effect of the drowsiness. Gravel is not meant to make you sleep, so don't take it if it don't make you drowsy. Don't take it, period. Like, who am I to tell you, you know? I do recommend taking melatonin though because it is natural. I just don't have melatonin and I keep forgetting because I only work night shifts every so often, like maybe once or twice every 6 or 7 weeks. It's not in the forefront of my mind to go out and pick up a bottle of melatonin. So talk to your doctor. I'm sure they can recommend you something better. I just had it on hand. That's what I used because I just had it. So don't drug yourself, you know, but if you need a little bit of help, it is what it is, you know? The next thing, if you really can't fall asleep, you know, if you've had the melatonin, if you have your head earplugs in, if you have the blinds down, if you have your fan running, girl, I know, trust me, I've been there. What I like to do in this scenario, I like to take over the head headphones. Like, I have Beats that I would put on literally over top of my earplugs, and I would play a meditation, like sleep meditation video. I can put, like, there's this one YouTube channel that I watch very often if I can't fall asleep. I think his name is like Jason something, I don't know. I'll put it on the screen or in the down bar below if I can find it, but his videos always put me to sleep. I do recommend following sleep meditation. You don't have to like do it the way I do it. You could just put your earphones in and fall asleep to that. I've also done that many times, but I find that you know, my neighbors and kids and stuff will be out. I find that when I was using earphones it wasn't working well, but I do have AirPod Pros now, which are chef's kiss for noise cancellation. So if you have AirPod Pros, that'll probably work too. Watch your sleep meditation videos. They are bomb. The next 2 things I'm going to talk about, I know I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm trying to go a little faster, you know. The next 2 things I want to talk about is kind of tricking your body. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is right when you finish your shift, right when you're about to go home, put on some sunglasses. I know it might sound weird, but like if I pop on some sunglasses as I'm leaving the lab, as I'm leaving as I'm leaving the hospital, and as I'm walking to the parking lot to my car, and I have sunglasses on, it kind of like tricks my body that it's still dark outside. I did not come up with this myself. I went to a lecture that was held by the doctor that owns a sleep clinic, and she had recommended that, so I tried it and it was like mind-blowing, you know. Trick your damn body because your body's a little stupid sometimes. You know, when you get in your car, drive home, put your shades down or whatever, because that is usually the time that the sun is coming up, right? So you want to trick your body that it's still dark outside. So when you get home, you follow exactly every single step in your nighttime routine as you normally would if it was a normal day. That for me, I think is very important because it also tricks my body into thinking, okay, so she's getting ready, like she's following these steps, it must be bedtime, you know? So I come home, I wash my face, I wash all my makeup, I brush my teeth, I do my skincare routine, you know, I do my prayers, I lay in bed, and that kind of helps to put my body into that mood. And you don't have to fall asleep right away. I think it's important to kind of just like lay down and relax. So definitely relax before you fall asleep. Obviously you need to kind of be relaxed to fall asleep, but I do recommend that. I think it's important to kind of trick your body, you know, sometimes you need to. Another tip that I have is make sure that you are eating well throughout the night though. I think it's important to eat throughout your shift so that you don't wake up every 2 hours starving. That's what gets me, is if I go to bed at 8, I wake up at 10. Hungry, breakfast time, my body's like, "Bis, where's the food?" You know? Then I try to go back to sleep, wake up at 12, lunch, feed me, kimchi fried rice, girl, are you gonna put anything in me? That sounds wrong, I'm sorry. And then by the time, you know, 3-4 p.m. comes around, it's like, Diane, you need to get up, honey, you haven't fed us in 16 hours. So it's very important to have not big meals, but it's important to like continue with the amount of food that you would consume on a normal day. I do have to say it is better for you and better overall that you eat healthier, but I'm sure somebody out there will follow that advice. I can't promise that it will be me, but moral of the story, eat and drink water, a lot of it, just your normal daily calorie intake. Make sure you're not skipping meals or anything because you will wake up hungry. And the very last thing that I'm going to talk about is exercise. So if you guys are really big into exercising, or you know, you're an adult, you're taking care of your body, you are a working individual, you know it's very important to take care of all of this. I learned this the hard way. Don't go to the gym after your night shift. So for whatever reason, I thought, you know what would be a good idea is to go to the gym at 7 a.m. right after I have been working for 8 hours and to work out. First of all, I had a crappy workout because I was so tired. I did it, but it was crappy and I hated every minute of it. And as soon as I went home to like wash up, have a little bit of food, and then put my head to rest, I could not fall asleep. I was so pumped with endorphins and adrenaline, and my body's like, "Beach, wake up. We just worked out. Let's do the things." Oh girl, I didn't sleep at all, like not a wink of sleep. I think maybe before I went in for my next shift, I think maybe I got an hour or 2 of sleep. Like, I am not joking, I did not sleep. So if you are gonna work out, do it when you wake up from your sleep. And that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something. And if you guys don't work night shift, I am so jealous of you. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Also, if you guys have Instagram or TikTok, I know I'm a 24-year-old on TikTok already. I've got like 50 followers. I'm super famous. Both handles are just at thatlinguistic if you guys want to go over and say hey. I'm pretty active on those. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!